Welcome. Sit back and enjoy as we dive deeper down into the rabbit hole. Where the paranormal becomes normal.
Hello and welcome to Eerie Encounters. I've got the wrong background up.
Good enough.
Let's change it. There we go. Started.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Boom.
Cool.
Yeah, and do you know what? I haven't got the other stuff on here. It's on the wrong one.
Oh, all the stuff that you uploaded?
Yeah, it's right. I can get it in a minute. I've put it on the computer, so it's all good. Welcome to the show. Third time today. Good luck, everyone. So we are, I'm going to mention about what. No, I'm not going to mention. I'm going to kind of talk about without mentioning that I'm going to be telling you all about what happened on Monday. I'm going to be showing the night vision filming. So it's on location whilst interviewing Ash Ellis. And then this thing happens. Then we take a photograph. I'll show you the photograph. And then we'll go from there. But I'm not doing that till after we spoke about Loch Ness Monster. Oh,
yeah. Otherwise, we won't.
And Daryl is not in today. He phoned in sick. No, he can't make it. He's got something going on. So, unfortunately, he won't.
And it was
be
his
in.
topic.
And apparently, he was going to sing all the way through. He's going to do it as a musical.
Yeah, that's why he didn't want to come on today.
That's what I think.
For us, Andy, you're gonna have to do it.
I can't
You're gonna
sing.
have
I
to fill
can't
in.
even see. I'm going to sing. Right. Let me get these things on. The video I'm going to have to get from the computer because it's like 5 gig. So there's no way you can. I tried cutting it down. It just weren't having it. Yeah. So Ash is in. So it was at Ash's mansion in the basement, just below the penthouse suite. A few different rooms. There was a light on, but where the bricks have been knocked out to get from one room to the other, there's these big, thick, like rubber sheets, so completely blocking it, so it's covering it up. But you could still get in and through, but you just have to move them to get through. But once you're in like the middle part, there's 3 or 4 that are open, and you can go into these different rooms. So that was when we was filming there. That's when it was absolutely booting it down with rain, because we was going to do that and then go to Delamere Forest, but the rain didn't start till like about 8 o'clock the next morning. So it'd have been an absolute washout, quite literally. Yeah, so I have a theory on this, but the weird thing was when I got sent the picture, because my cousin took the photograph, I sent it to Ash. We both looked at it and went, oh, duh, 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 and then looked at each other and started laughing. So, yeah. And it was like, we just like, I couldn't believe it. It's just, and then I shown it you earlier so that you had an idea what we're going to be talking about and a bit behind it. So it's quite fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
And Ash has sent me a video in the last 20 minutes trying to reconstruct it with his hand. The first one did look a bit like it, but you couldn't get. It's like
it's really hard for you to explain it without knowing.
Yeah, you couldn't get the shape because, without going into too much detail, what happened would have left an imprint, but it didn't leave an imprint. It left something else. And the something else is now not there. So glad we got the photo. I didn't even think about taking a photo. I think it's either Ash or my cousin that said, why don't you take a photo? And I'm like, oh, yeah. And he did. So, because you're in the moment, you're not thinking about what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, you're thinking about what's going on, I should say. You're not thinking about, even though you should be, you should be thinking about it. So, Ash has just put, I've genuinely not thought of anything else for 2 days. Now, when we met up with Paul Sinclair up at Bempton Cliffs yesterday, so there's Paul, Les, and a few other people. There's like nine of us in total. Hi, Daryl. 1 second. We shown Paul. So, and I said so Paul showed him the photos, he'd filmed it, we told him the story behind it, and he's asked if he could use it because that's his thing, like with the UFOs and all that kind of stuff. So I've said, yeah, it's fine for him to use it, but I want to put this out first. And I thought, because I've still got 2 days more, at least 2-3 days more filming left to do, I'm going to wait until I've got everything together and then start editing and documenting it all. So it's not, we're going to be looking like September before any of this comes out. And this is too good to wait until then. Do you know what I mean? It's just so good. And the video quality of the night vision goggles are just, yeah, something out for the price. Because they're not cheap, but they're cheap for like that sort of tech. It's just magnificent is a word I should. Oh, fabulous. I was using fabulous a lot the other day. I think because I was tired. Yeah, so we're gonna go into that, but we're gonna do the Loch Ness Monster first. So I'm just gonna say, do you want to do some hellos or do you want me to do them?
Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. So I just want to say hello to. So we've got Joe, Simon Riley, Fire Spirit, Wayne. So Wayne, Fire Spirit, he met us up there and we was out all day. We met around about 2 o'clock-ish. But I had to drive up because I was doing the stream with Tommy. I had to find the street out of the way so I could get a signal. And I seen Simon's van go past us halfway through. I couldn't do out. And so rather than paying £8 parking yesterday, I actually signed up for the RSPB and I'm now paying £10 a month.
Rather than pay £8 for parking.
Yeah. But the thing is, there's loads of them around here where I live. So it's somewhere, and the thing is, somewhere like this is what I was saying. When you go to somewhere like that, it was Wayne that gave me this idea. You can go with all the like hunting, investigating equipment, and it's going to look like you're going bird watching.
That's true.
Yes.
Bird watching, ghost hunting, same thing.
Yeah, not much difference.
You go and you sit in one area for a really long time, and you might see something and you might not. Pretty much the same concept.
Yeah. So yeah, birds, UFOs, you never know. So Fire Spirit, Darren's in. I think he's still in Wales. Who else have we got?
Daryl's
Elaine,
here.
Ash, Kaz the Witch. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to meet up on Monday, but just as you know, the rain just took over and we couldn't do anything. Brian, Daryl, Lost Souls, Grasshopper, and I think that's everyone. So welcome to the show. Ouija board and puffins. Simon's wrote Ouija board. There's a lot of puffins there. I didn't see any Ouija boards. But I wasn't looking for Ouija boards. Maybe if I looked a little bit closer, I could have seen some.
I played with the Ouija board for the first time in years on Friday.
Oh, and?
I don't know if I believe in Ouija boards.
Wait until you got an attachment and then come back.
No, I'm not getting an attachment. There's no attachments happening. It just... Yeah,
so,
I don't know.
For me...
It's human... subconscious moving the planchette.
Energy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something that's the same as using a pendulum or any of them sort of tools, because that's all it is. It's a tool. So
Yeah.
but each to their own as well.
Mhm.
It's what you think works and doesn't work. Right. Oh, so there is, as I said, there is another membership tier. It's quite more. It's a lot more money than the others, but you do get a lot more benefits from it. So if you fancy like parting with a lot more of your money, then don't let me stop you. It's there for the taking. So that's it. Oh, what I'm going to do as well, just quickly. So when we do the members monthly with a guest on the last Wednesday of the month, I'm going to release the previous one the day before. So then they get 24 hours to see what they're missing. And then it's like, oh, do I become a member? Tease them a little bit.
Very nice.
They like being teased. Joe was telling me before, but I'm not sure what she actually meant by that. So I'm guessing she meant the
Could be
channel.
anything with her.
It could be anything. Then ask. Right, moving on to yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's when you know you're.
I would love to see something like that.
But would you rather be in the bed or stood at the side watching it? I think I'd like to be on the bed because it's a bit more fun, isn't it? Than getting smacked in the head by a big wooden base or sat on top like a Aladdin's carpet.
Ride.
Yeah,
Perfect.
like fairground ride. What more could you want?
You know, the beds just start spinning.
Yeah, Exorcist, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Right, so we do have stuff on the Loch Ness Monster.
We do.
Even though Darrow's not on, he has been very helpful and sent some information over to me. It's about 300 paragraphs, so I'm going to read a couple. If anyone wants to put any questions up while we're going through it, Nicole can mark them up. Yeah. Right, so this is where I forget how to speak and read and everything.
It's like being back in school.
It's worse.
It's, like,
it's so much worse.
Loud.
Because in my head, I can reading it now and it's fine. So I open my mouth, it's like just gibberish. Right. So as you know, I've been to Loch Ness. It's about 26 miles long. It runs from Inverness all the way up to Aberdeen, and obviously places in between it. I think the widest point is 1.5 miles, 2 miles wide, something like that. So it's a big lake. So Loch Ness is a deep freshwater loch in Scotland that was formed around 10,000 years ago at the end of the last ice age. It's the largest loch in Scotland by water volume and is located on the Great Glen Fault, a valley carved by glaciers during the ice age. The loch is 22.5. I know it's 26 something because there was signs there. So I think Darrow may have stole this from Wikipedia. Because I know you can go on Wikipedia and change stuff, and I've done it just for a laugh. So it's either just over or just under 26 miles. 1.7 miles wide at the widest point with a surface that's 52 feet. What? I don't understand that. With a surface that's 52 feet. Strange. Very strange. I don't know. Anyway, that's just from me out. I'm gonna have to paraphrase as I'm reading through to what makes sense and what doesn't. So the length of it is about 26 miles. The width is about 2 miles. Yeah. And I know it's 26.
22 square miles.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, 22 square miles or 56 kilometers square.
I know it's 26 in length because I've driven along the road from one end to the other and then back again. I actually clocked it. No, because I stayed in Fort William, and Fort William is it's about 11, 12 mile from Fort William till you get to the start of Loch Ness. because we went there. We were staying in there, and we went to it's 1.2 kilometer Ben Nevis, the mountain. Right. Anyway, enough of that.
Continuing.
What? Yes. The watershed of Loch Ness covers more than 700 square miles or 1.8 square kilometres and comprises several rivers, including the Oich and the Emric. Its outlet is the River Ness, which flows into Moray Firth in Inverness. Seiches, surface, caused by differential heating, a comment on the loch. The sharp rise and fall of the level of the loch is one reason for the scanty flora of the waters. Another reason is the great depths of the loch near the shoreline. The abyssal fauna is also sparse. Some, like other very deep lochs in Scotland and Scandinavia, Loch Ness is said to be inhabited by an aquatic monster. Many sightings of the so-called Loch Ness Monster have been reported, and possibility of its existence, perhaps in the form of a solitary survivor of a long extinct plesiosaurs, continues to intrigue many. Sure you want me to go on?
Yeah.
Right, I'll do the next bit and then we'll talk a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
The Loch Ness Monster is said to be a large marine creature believed by some people to inhabit Loch Ness. However, much of the alleged evidence supporting its existence has been discredited, and it is widely thought that the monster is a myth. Reports of a monster inhabiting Loch Ness date back to ancient times. Notably, local stone carvings by the Pict depict a mysterious beast with flippers. The first written account appears in a 7th century biography of Saint Columba. According to that work in 565 AD, the monster bit a swimmer and was prepared to attack another man when Columba intervened. I keep thinking of Columbus, and I've got a picture of Peter Falk in my head with his raincoat on. Sorry, intervened. Where's it gone? No, too tired. Told you. All right, ordering the beast to go back. It obeyed, and over the centuries, only occasional sightings were reported. Many of these alleged encounters seemed inspired by Scottish folklore, which abounds with mythical water creatures. In 1933, the Loch Ness Monster's legend began to grow. At the time, a road adjacent to the Loch Ness was finished, offering an unobstructed view of the lake. In April, a couple saw an enormous animal which they compared to a dragon or prehistoric monster. And after it crossed the car's path, it disappeared into the water. The incident was reported in a Scottish newspaper, and numerous sightings followed. In December 1933, the Daily Mail commissioned Marmaduke Wetherell, a big game hunter, to locate the sea serpent. Along the lake shores, he found large footprints that he believed belonged to a very powerful, soft-footed animal about 20 feet, 6 meters long. However, upon closer inspection, zoologists at the National History Museum determined that the tracks were identical and made with an umbrella stand or ashtray that had a hippopotamus leg as a base. Wetherell's role in the hoax was unclear. So there's a lot of weird stuff, but I know Alistair Crowley may have had a hand in what was going on there because he had the house. I can't remember the name of it. I think someone in the chat will probably know. So, what do you think?
So, it all started really with that picture.
The
picture of the Loch Ness Monster. Do you have that one up?
No, but I will in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
The surgeon's photograph.
Yeah, the black and white one, bit grainy.
Yep, and that was 34.
Yeah,
and
I'll get the better one.
it was a hoax. Like, they proved that it was faked. So if that's what started the whole thing, then are all the sightings afterwards just kind of power of suggestion from that photo?
1 second, because I can't even find it now. How have I just saved it and now it's not there? What is going on? Sorry about this.
Did you find it?
No, save image.
Hold on.
Oh, it's put it in a folder that I don't know where it's gone.
There we go.
It's good at that.
This
Have
one.
you got it?
Got it.
Yeah, that one. I just got it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. There's nothing to compare it to anything other than the water. Them ripples could be 2 inches long, or they could be 20 foot long. It could be someone's hand like that under the water.
Well, apparently it was a fake monster made out of his kid's toy. So he did it just on purpose to trick people. And he took the photo and he sold it.
Right.
So it wasn't just like, he was doing this for ha-has. He was trying to hoax people.
Right. So he's being a bit of an ass about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Strange. I don't know. I didn't know that was hoax. I didn't know that anyone come forward that it was faked.
Yep. Apparently the neck is actually between 8 and 12 inches.
Yeah.
So because there's really nothing to compare it to, you can't tell that it's really small.
No. Yeah. Well, that's me learning something new. That's why when I went up there, I didn't see it.
Yeah, maybe.
Surely that toy had floated away for like the 100 and odd years or however long it was.
Well, he made the model and then he went to like a quiet place and put it in there and took photographs. And then supposedly he buried it in the mud at the edge of the lake.
Oh.
So no one would find it. And then he sold the photographs to the Daily Mail.
Ah. So what about these other sightings? Do you think people are just seeing something and going, oh, it's a Loch Ness Monster? Or do you think they're actually seeing something?
I don't know, because it's really, is it power of suggestion? You go to Loch Ness thinking you're going to see Loch Ness Monster?
Yeah. Well, I did, and I didn't. So it doesn't always work.
There's also this photo, which predates that one. And this was in 1933.
Yeah. Oh, so that's when that story of sorry, 1 second. Daryl's just sent a couple of images. Oh. So is that under the water? Are we looking up from the bottom?
I think this is like this is the surface.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Got you.
And this one was the photo that Hugh Gray took in 1933 during a walk around Loch Ness after church.
Yeah. Ah.
But I don't know if he really claimed that it was a monster or if he just said that it was, a weird photo.
Yeah. So I'm just getting these images up now. Oh, 1, 2. Well, let me close them. Right. So I'm going to put this. Am I right to change the image now? See what you think. So is that it? Does it come up yet? All right, there we go. So there's this one.
See, that looks kind of similar to the 1933 one.
Yeah, but that
But is it
could
a
it
fish?
be? How big does salmon get? It's got like a pink tinge to it.
I don't know if there's salmon in the loch. Is there? They
It's a monster. There could be anything in there.
sturgeons, and sturgeons get huge.
Sturgeon, that was the other one. Yeah,
Mhm.
could be, because I know they can get quite big.
Yeah, sturgeons can get
Is it like 30
big.
30 feet or something? Probably bigger than that.
They can reach up to 20 feet,
Oh, well, not too far off.
and they can reach an age of 100 years.
Wow.
So there could be some really big sturgeon in that
Yeah.
lake that's been around forever.
Well, let me take this one off, and then I'll share this next one. Now, this is a black and white one. It looks very similar to that original photo. Where am I going? So it's two images. There you go. Well, it's the same image, but zoomed in is what I meant. See, that again looks like a finger like that. And then just something at the back. I'm not saying it is, but I can't make out what it could be.
It could be a piece of driftwood.
Yeah. Because if you've got these underground rivers, yeah, I'll zoom in on this one because it's a little bit clearer. If you've got all these underground rivers, because the waters don't mix, do they? So you're going to have different things coming in and out. They can get in and out of the... They can change the water, but obviously if it's one's salt and one's not, then they can only stay in it for so long. Maybe that could be the reason why it's not in there for that long. Because it can't survive long periods of time because it's not the correct water.
True. And Loch Ness, like, it wouldn't be able to live in Loch Ness if it was a dinosaur or some kind of giant reptile or cryptid, because it would need to be that size. It would need a really like steady supply of food, and Loch Ness just isn't big enough. But they did discover a cave system that's connected to Loch Ness.
Yes, I heard about that, but I couldn't remember where it came from, and I couldn't find anything.
So last year, I believe it was, they uncovered an underground cave system that's linked to it.
Yeah.
It has multiple entrances and includes flooded underground passages.
Yeah. Because then if they have, like the same with the rivers and that, if they have, if you have a tidal change, yeah, then maybe it, with the river, it gets thrown down into the loch, kind of doesn't get a choice. And then you see it trying to get back out. I'm just thinking of things that it could be than what it actually is. But there is one that someone said to me a few weeks ago. When people ask about ghosts, we don't see ghosts of dinosaurs. How do we know this is not a ghost of a dinosaur?
Could be. Or like a time skip kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's just doing a residual stone tape type. Living its everyday life is what it used to do.
But if it was the stone tape theory and it was something residual, I feel like there would be a pattern to it. Like, okay, every night at 2 a.m., you see this ghost of a dinosaur.
But then you get these other residual hauntings that are not clockwork like that. They're just kind of not random, but there doesn't seem to be any pattern to them. So, do you know what I mean?
Joe wants to see the picture of the flipper. Do you have the picture of the flipper?
No. Sorry.
I have the picture of the flipper. This is from a 1972.
Oh,
1972. They went out and they did an expedition in Loch Ness, and they were doing some kind of scanning.
yeah. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah. So they were taking photos, and this was, they had the cameras about 13 meters below the surface,
Right.
and this is
So
what they got
about
in this photo.
so about 40, 42 feet.
Mhm.
So it's not that deep. 42 feet isn't that deep from the surface.
Yeah, these are the original. That one was kind of edited.
But how do we know these are not faked?
Well, supposedly it was a scientific expedition.
Yeah. Hmm.
And this was, who was it? I'm trying to figure out who it was.
But did it become big news? 'Cause-
It did. This was, they worked with the US based Academy of Applied Scientists.
Right.
So it was kind of a reputable group
Yeah.
that was doing this.
Yeah, but this is the thing. If it was first witnessed, it was at 565 AD, and we're in 2024, and it's still being seen. That's nearly 2.5, 1.5. I can't work it out. It's a long time. It's
It's a long time.
1,500 years, 1,500 years.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. But is it the same one, or is it?
well, this is the thing. If it is breeding, then surely there's going to be more than one. The only other way it wouldn't be if it was asexual and it was male and female and it just gave birth to the young.
Yeah.
And say it does that every 50 years or every 20 years or something. Plus, we don't know how long they live. Don't even know if they exist.
Yeah, but then they would have to support a big population, or like a decent population, because if they live for a long time and they're breeding,
Mm-hmm.
then there would be a
Sure.
lot.
And would they be solitary?
I don't know, because if
That's
not, like, where do the rest of them go?
exactly.
Do they have to like teleport to other lakes? It's like, all right,
Yeah.
you're old enough, get out and find your own loch.
Yeah. But so I don't know if the locks are connected or if there is like underground caverns so they can get from one to the other. I know people have seen them on the water, but surely if that's got to walk on its flippers down like a couple of miles down the road, I know it's quite rural up in Scotland, but I was there, I think it was Boxing Day, the day after Boxing Day. Still quite a lot of people about. And it's like the main road going through.
Here's another one. This one's from Frank Cyril. Cyril?
Searle, I think. Yeah. See, what's not to say that there's more than one there, but you can only see one head? Do you know, like you get dolphins and sharks like in a school?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's only one that's come up to the surface and the other bumps are two others? There's tons of different possibilities.
Yeah. I don't know. And then that's not even getting into the whole thing, the same thing as Bigfoot and Dogman. Are they interdimensional? Can they like pop in and out?
Yeah. Could be.
I don't know.
Right, all right. There's some more pictures here. So I'm just going to share this, if that's all right, rather than keep coming out of one and going into the other. And 1 minute. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I've got a conversation. Oh, right, I'll do it this way. There we go. So I can flick through these, so it's not too bad. So there's that one. That looks like a man drowning with his arms in the air, to be honest. Like his head and 2 arms. Feel like in a wetsuit or something.
Yeah.
Or could it be wood? Could be driftwood. Could be anything.
It looks like a branch.
Yeah. Plenty of trees around there, so I don't know. Then there's this one. So look at how close that boat is to it. Surely the guy on the boat, he's not no more than 20 foot away from that. He would have been able to see, if that's up at the surface, what it actually looks like and what it was.
That looks like a wave.
Yeah. With the light behind it. So it's darker. Yeah, could be.
Yeah, because you can kind of see, like, in the series of those 3 photos, like the wave kind of breaking.
You got then that, and then it fades out again. Then you got that one.
Ew.
See, don't know. I'm not convinced with that one. I've seen that one before.
Yeah.
That's just like. Let me zoom in. There we go. Too far, sorry. Yeah, that's just. I'm not saying it isn't, but maybe it could be one of many. And then there's this one. Oh, maybe not. Where's that other one? I'm sure he sent another one. Oh, no. So I shall have to share the screen on this one. Where is it? Is it shared?
No.
So there's that.
But on all these things, there's no like kind of context to show you how big these things are. Because if it was like Nessie, where it would be making those photographs, this thing would be huge.
Yeah.
And that looks like more the size of a fish, like a big fish.
Like 3-4 foot, if that. So
yeah, sitting here Googling sturgeon skeletons, and that other one kind of looks like a sturgeon skeleton.
Right.
The one where it's all like.
Yeah. So I'm not convinced it's a real thing. I think it was more hopeful that it was a real thing because it was something in the UK.
Yeah.
But now it's like there's a lot of people seeing it, but there's not enough evidence to back anything up. It's too, oh yeah, we're seeing it. And then we did, I drove home. I know I've done stuff like that when I've seen stuff, but mine was a little bit more scary than a dinosaur with flippers that couldn't chase you. So I'm not saying it doesn't. My opinion is I just don't think it's a real thing. I think people, like you said, I think people just want to see it. So they'll see something and then elaborate on what they've actually seen. Exaggerate.
Yeah, like you see a piece of driftwood, you see a wave, and you're like, oh my God, it's the Loch Ness Monster. It's a good story. Yeah.
I'll just jump onto this bit now. So in 2018, researchers conducted a DNA survey of Loch Ness to determine what organisms live in the water. No sign of plesiosaur or other large animals were found, though the results indicate the presence of numerous eels. This finding left open the possibility that the monster is an oversized eel. Now, we all know that fish and like water-based animals grow to the size of their environment. So the bigger the open, it's like you get fish from a fish tank, and most of them keep growing and growing. But if you have fish in a fish tank, the majority of them will only grow to the size that they can grow due to the volume of water that they're in. So could it be that? So if they're in a big open space, they're just going to keep growing and growing because there's nothing restricting the growth. Despite the lack of conclusive evidence, the Loch Ness Monster remained popular and profitable. In the early 21st century, it is thought that it contributed nearly $80 million annually to Scotland's economy. There you go. Bringing in the tourists.
Another thing that it could be.
Yeah.
Apparently, seals sometimes find their way into the loch.
Yeah.
And look at this picture.
Well, you look at the size of a sea lion.
What does that look like?
Yeah, but was that 3 seals? That's what I was saying before. Well, like with the dolphins and the big fish, they swim around in schools. So
that's 3 seals. But if you were to look at that, it looks like Nessie.
Yeah.
It has the head. It has like the humps.
Yeah. Could be the Loch Ness seal.
Yeah, I think we solved it. I think it's either a sturgeon
that's what it is.
Or a seal.
Or the seals are in on it and they're getting free fish. They're like, we'll split it 20/80. We'll get you $20 million worth of fish if you 3 just keep swimming around together.
Yeah.
It could be anything. There's not enough, like said, conclusive evidence, and it's not consistent.
Mm-hmm. But like I think there's enough plausible explanations. There's enough plausible explanations.
Yeah.
That definitely casts some doubt on the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, but it's like with UFO sightings and Bigfoot sightings, it's constant, and people are seeing him in all different places around the world. I know this is located to one specific place, and I know you've got the Ogopogo up in British Columbia in Canada, which is supposed to be a very similar thing.
And Champ and Champlain.
Yeah, Lake Champ. There's a couple of others. They're the only 3 really that I know. So what's to say it's nothing and it's just normal animal behavior that looks like something different?
Yeah.
We will never know.
We will not. But we can speculate all day.
Yep.
All right. So I think that's the conclusion on Loch Ness. We both kind of think it's...
I don't believe in it. Unfortunately. I wish I did, but it's just... There's not enough. Fun. It's a good thing to talk about.
Yeah, it's a fun story.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? The funny thing is, when I first started doing this, I swore that I was never going to talk about the Loch Ness Monster because all the podcasts, you all get the same information because it's not, other than the updates that we've just had, it's pretty much that's it all the time. So it's kind of like wanting to steer away from like that, the Bow Witch, Jersey Devil, all that kind of stuff.
Well, you can blame Daryl and the chat because they voted for this one.
Yes. Well, there you go.
I think they really voted for Daryl singing.
Yeah. And all of a sudden his throat fell out as if by magic. Excuse me. Right, shall we have a break? And then, we'll go into the exciting stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah, can do a break. You just have to mute your mic. Because I've not got the break on here, so I'm gonna have to do it from... I've got nothing set up. Nothing at all.
Well, you're running on no sleep in like 4 months, so
I'm definitely not running. Right. So if I put this on 1 second. Just need to share the screen. Right, we're going to have a 3.5 minute break, and then we will see you after that, and we'll jump straight in with Monday night shenanigans. So, see you then. And we are back. I will be in a minute when I get rid of all this. Hello, you're still muted. Because we're not used to doing that. That's what it is.
You know, that was a silent break, apparently. There was no music.
So, done. So let's so we went to Southish, Manchester on Monday evening. I've been told loads about this particular basement where Mr. Ellis lives. So we went to the basement and we had a look round. Quite creepy. It's not the place really you want to go on your own. And you know, it's one of those with really steep stairs as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Do
so,
you want
to? What?
Nothing. Never mind.
Okay.
Continue. Sorry.
Hey.
Continue.
Right. That's right. I'm just gonna. Where will it be? Ah, here we go. I made a load of new folders today and forgot where I put them. So it's this one. Right. Just let me get on. I'm going to pause it. You might hear it as it starts. But so the full length of this video is about 9 minutes, I think. But we're only going to go probably about 5-6 minutes into it. So just bear with me 1 second. Are you filing your nails?
What? No.
All right, sound like you're filing your nails. What, is it that boring?
No.
That's right.
Not yet. I don't know. We have 6 minutes of video to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, you could do your feet as well, couldn't you? No, it's just a noise. It's like. Yeah.
Oh, it might have been my desk.
Ah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Just don't know if there's anything. Right.
No, I had something on my desk that I was trying to like get off. So it might be
fine.
might have been that.
Right. Let me try. I just need to make it all full screen, otherwise you're only going to get little bits of it. So the audio is quite quiet. You can hear, but you may want to turn your volume up a little bit. We haven't heard anything in the background, no noises, nobody else speaking. So there's only the three of us there. So there's me who's filming, Ash who's doing most of the talking, and my cousin Andy who's stood, I think at this point, to my left. So Ash is in front of me, and then Andy's there. So let me share the screen now. Is this it? Yeah. Does it come up? Oh, there.
Yeah, it's down there.
Covering. Right, there we go. So I'll leave us on and leave this on. And when I can get it to play. There we go. I hope I put the right video on. That said, you will have to turn your volume right up. So that room where you can see the mattresses, that was the only room that had any light in there. And then you go through that room, through them like big rubber sheets to get out. But I've put the wrong one on, so flick forward. All right, here we go. Right.
My air conditioner just randomly turned on.
Oh.
Yeah, that was weird.
So it happened as I turned away to do this filming. So did you hear Ash go, huh? And I asked, was he all right? Yeah. He thought he'd turn around and banged his back on the wooden frame.
As long as you've got the wooden frame. Have you know something touches me? You've got to see it still. Right. You touch me. I mean, I'm lying. You need to touch me. In fact, okay, I'm right. Dead. No, with a man hand.
Yeah, there's no way he'd have had to lean right back for the wooden frame to go into him. There's a lot of dust there. Might have seen one or two orbs, but 99% of that was dust. There's just a couple that were very. Right, so I'm going to pause that there. So that's where Ash felt the hand on his back, roughly around this area. Now, I don't know if you can see, there's like, it's not an imprint, it's like a bit of a residue. I'm not sure if that's it. I'll carry on playing it for a minute or so more, and then I'll show you the image.
Can't really see with night vision. Yeah, you see him now. I don't like that. Just put your fucking line.
Sorry for swearing.
I swear all the time. It's fine.
I know. Can't help it. So our Andy took a photo of Ash's shoulder.
Is that where it was? Am I seeing that? No, that's great. Great. That line? Screaming. You can clearly see his brain. And he looked damp. That's a little.
Right, so I'm going to remove that now. So I think it was, so where I stopped the tape and you could see it looked like a dark shadow, that looks like the image, doesn't it? I think I'm going to put the image up from the PC because then I can zoom in on it.
Yeah, because you can see like where he felt like he got to, and then you come over and check it out. So
yeah. So at the point where, it is that bit where I said where I drew where the cursor went over.
Mhm.
Right, just gonna. Right, I'll stop sharing. No, I think it's nothing straightforward on here. You've got to go into files.
Oh, and then upload it from there.
Yeah, and then find it and then add it and right. So this is the back of Ash. Now this is cheers, Wayne. Now so our Andy sent this to me and I sent it to Ash and was upstairs because I took the SD card out the night vision goggles and we put it in his PC so we could watch it back. And I said, well, why don't you just download them onto your computer? Then you've got a copy. If you go through it, you might see something or hear something that we haven't already.
Yeah.
And he goes, you sure? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He goes, you're in the video. No issue you having a copy of them because it happened to you.
Yeah.
So, and this is what we got. It gives me shivers every time So as
I didn't see it at first, so
but
to put up
so
the
just
version.
before I show it, I'm not dragging it out, I promise. I just want you to get a
For
proper
suspense.
understanding of what went on. So as I send it to Ash on WhatsApp, we're looking at it, and it developed right in front of our eyes like a Polaroid picture would. You sat there, don't. We sat there, and we're like, we looked, we said both said the same thing, looked back up at each other and started laughing because this night there's loads of synchronicity from a pair of trainers right the way through to us saying that, and just random stuff through the night. It's just synchronicity. It was just one after the other. So right, this is a photograph now. So I will zoom in on this, and I know what I can see on there. You might not be able to see it straight away, but
Yeah, I couldn't see it right away.
so we can see. I can see it more now. So I'm going to draw an outline from the base of a finger down to the palm, which is a triangle. Then it goes up to one spoon-like finger and down, the middle spoon-like finger and back down, then the third spoon-like finger and back down, and then you've got the triangle where it goes to a point towards where the wrist would be. And the thing that we said to each other was 3 fingers.
Yeah. Like the middle one is very
literally. Wayne just wrote that and put it in the chat as I said it. The middle one is so prominent, but it wasn't there. And this is what I'm saying about digital photographs. You can take a photograph of something and not see it and go back later and look at it. We literally sat and watched this photograph, a digital photo, sent from one phone to another phone to another phone, and literally develop in front of our eyes.
See, that's the crazy part. Like that it wasn't just there. It's not like you pulled it up and it was an oh shit moment.
Yeah. But Joe's just put little finger may not be shown. There's no little finger shown because there was no little finger. There was no index. Yeah, there's no thumb. It's just 3 fingers. But you can see where it goes to a point, and then you've got one. What's that? Spoon. This one. Spoon, like a bulbous fingertip, and then the other spoon.
Can you outline it?
Not on air, no.
Okay.
Only that crappy version that I sent you earlier. You can put that up if you want.
I couldn't see it.
No, but then you didn't. I didn't tell you what it was you was looking for.
Yeah, but I could see the line right in the middle.
Yeah,
like immediately. And
then if you go to that, you can see it there. It's not an imprint. This is the thing. It's not an imprint. It looks damp. I believe there's some sort of residue that has come off whatever it is that's touched Ash. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can see that's like the wrist bit. That's the base of the fingers. And then you've got 1, 2, goes across, and 3. There's like we have a little bit of webbing in between. You can see it on there. Because both me and Andy, right, was trying to recreate. It was putting our hand on. I put my hand. I was just leaving an imprint. It wasn't like leaving a mark like that. We even tried brushing the cotton the opposite way, so it was literally going against the grain. Wouldn't do it.
It looks wet.
But it wasn't wet because I felt it.
It looks wet. Like it looks like somebody took a wet hand and put it on.
And that's why I'm thinking it's like residue. It's like some sort of oil or something. And it makes him emotional thinking about it. It's been playing on his mind constantly since months. Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at that. It's because I know how he was when we left. He felt a hand. It pushed him. It like with me with the microphone. It moved him like that. It wasn't just a hand going on his back. It was literally moved a couple of inches forward. And then And then that was on his hoodie. But I was like right at the side of that because I didn't see that finger straight away. That was one that was developing as we was watching it. I was trying to brush right at the side of it to try and get the same effect. I was like even using my nail to try and lift the fabrics up. Nothing. And yeah. And this is why I didn't want to leave this until September because it's too good to.
Yeah, plus you got to talk about it when it's like fresh in your mind before you lose the details.
Yeah, but it's like that bit. You can see it there. You can see the finger. It's a completely. Well, it's not. It's a different shade, shade. And that's where he felt it. If it was down there and he felt it up there, maybe it was when he washed it. There's some detergent or something left in it, or it didn't quite wash everything out of it. Like sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If there's a bit of grease on it that he's got on it, not realize it's on your back, you're not going to see it, are you?
Yeah.
But we can't recall seeing it beforehand because he met up with us around about 10 to 5 o'clock because we'd gone to the lake. We did some filming there. Then we went and got something to eat. And then we went to the house where I grew up and I took a photograph of the gap between my house and the house next door for the silent helicopter. And I actually got out on the street, on the corner, on the next street down. And I said, hurry up, take these pictures. Because if anyone comes out and I know him, I'm going to beat you two up. Because it's not happening. So I was stood on the corner pretending to be sat on a bike, looking up. So when I had that first UFO encounter, went back to the exact spot. And it was roughly 120 to 150 feet above my head. So
do you have
we did all that, then we went there.
From beforehand that you can compare to, like in the daylight?
Give me a minute. Because there should be a ton of
kind of debunk like if it was there before. And I assume you would have looked after to see if it was.
Right, you're gonna love this. I've got a photo, but it's his other shoulder. His right shoulder. The other one just kind of going the opposite way. Let me have a look. There was a photograph of me and Ash still in the corner now, because you can only see the front of him. Nope. He's either facing the wrong way. But I think I'll show you that one. So you would see, so that's his opposite shoulder, but you can see if there was a handprint on him on either side, you would clearly see it and you'd be like, oh, what's that on your back?
Yeah.
But
you're going to have to go through and look at your videos too and see if you can like screenshot it.
Possibly. Right, I'm just going to play a video in the background now and see if it picks it up. But that's definitely something. Look at the difference of that, and that. I know that's not as prominent as the other two, but you can see him going down and then round and then round. That's not pareidolia. That's
we
something. All seen it. Yeah. And just to get that is. It's good. It didn't show up on the night vision. Could have seen it if there was anything in the earlier videos. But I didn't think when I was speaking to Paul Sinclair afterwards, he's like, did you try UV light or IR light on it? I'm like, no. But there was in my pocket at the side of me. Didn't even think about doing it. But I think like you're caught in the moment, aren't you? And you're just trying to work out what's happened. And the last thing you're thinking is doing all these tests and what have you. You just want to know what it is now.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah, he felt like, but Ash, if you want to come on and talk about it, you're more than welcome. Oh, I don't mind carrying on. Or if you want to put anything in the chat. But it kind of pushed him. because we did it where I'm like pushing right on like that. I don't know if you
Mhm.
can see on here. It's like it leaves like a bit of an imprint, and then it goes after a couple of seconds. That was still on there. Like when we went upstairs, it was still on his shoulder, like 10, 15 minutes after. Like a light push, kind of like when someone moves past you in a bar and you'll just knock you.
Did it go away at some point, or was it there the rest of the night?
Well, we left and it was still there. So, two things happened to me when we were there. So, in the video, you can see the distance between me and Ash. We're only stood less than 2 foot apart, right? So, when I'm stood in that doorway where you can see all the dust, so I'm looking in that room. There's something about that room that was intriguing, and I heard a sound. There's no breath on me or anything like that between the goggles that were there and me, and he heard right as loud as that.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
like,
you could hear it on the video.
no, I was
Was
just about to press record.
Oh, that wasn't what it was on the video?
No, Ash went, "Are you recording?" I'm like, nope. I'm just about to. I was just about to do it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I felt someone was stood right next to me. I turned and there's no one there.
Oh, I thought that was what on the video was, but that was the push.
Yeah, so that was Ash going, oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So Ash has got 2 timestamps from the footage. So right, I'm just going through the chat. Yeah, we didn't get anything in Bempton. It was nice to go up there. It's nice to go somewhere different. It was nice to sign up and spend £10 a month and look at birds. It was good. It was nice. It was like with the cliffs and all that. You had all the different gulls, puffins. I didn't see any seals or anything.
It was really nice pictures.
Oh, yeah. Wait till I've put them all up and I've done the video and documentary and made it all into video.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just... But the more you look at... For me, the more you look at the picture, the more it stands out.
Mm-hmm. It's that middle one is so prominent.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's the one on the right, and then the left one. You can't quite see the top, but if you follow it up, then you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just put, Google alien fingers. And I'm going to add an image to it now. Let me add these 2. So these are both AI, because I wanted to get as close to it as I could. There.
Yep.
So imagine the other 2. Imagine the other 2 don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 that bent down. It's just that. And then this is the same one, but not steampunk. It's that.
Yep. That's what it looks
The
like.
length, the width, the way the round spoon-like at the end. You can't mistake it. It could be something else.
But it doesn't look like it.
No. If I was to put money on, I would say we had an alien or an ET visitation while we was in the basement. Unless you know of anything else that can stay transparent and touch your back with 3 fingers and not be seen or literally not heard. It could have a thumb, but it didn't bother with its thumb. It might not be opposable. We don't know. We didn't see it. Maybe it did it like that. Maybe it's its right hand. It didn't need to use a thumb. Maybe it was like pushing, like move out of the way sort of thing. There's a million different questions and answers.
Yeah.
And we can't say 100% it's this, it's that. He's very happy. He's very happy for it to be anything else. But I really want it to be an ET.
I don't know. It might be worth going to do a whole investigation there.
I'm going
Like a
back up in a
whole
few
thing.
weeks, so it's good. But
Mhm.
it's just because of what I've had go on, and this is why I'm glad I've kind of done the transition from paranormal back to aliens and UFOs. Because, in all honesty, this is more my thing.
Yeah.
And it kind of always has been. It's just our E.T. Faye, our E.T. Poltergeist, our Faye Poltergeist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all interconnected. Like a lot of people go out looking for ghosts and they find UFOs, or will be using equipment to try to communicate with spirits, and they'll say like, "I'm an alien."
Yeah. And it's just that. He's got to go back, Joe. He lives there. Yeah. But I know he's not keen of going down there. I'm in two minds. Whatever it is, it's right below him. It's like 2 floors underneath.
Oh my gosh.
So, do you know what? I think if that was me, I think it. Did you say you was going to set up a trail cam or something? Well, this is a thing, Warren. So I did consider this when we was driving back. Was it manifestation? But we wasn't thinking about anything going on. I was literally interviewing Ash using night vision just to mix it up a bit for when I put all the film together, rather than it all being in normal color video. I thought we'll do it on location, do it somewhere dark. You kind of get the ambience of it all and makes it a little bit more spooky. So Ash, he agreed for me to interview him and just talk about the house and talk about other things that went on. And we went into these 3 videos in total. It's about 45 minutes, 40 minutes in total. I'm only going to cut a couple of clips out. I'm talking like 5-6 second clips, so it's probably going to lose about a minute worth of video in total. And we wasn't doing anything until after this happened, because then after it happened, Ash started asking questions, and then I started asking. We weren't really getting a response, but we didn't take anything with us. We was just literally there to do the filming. I had the bag that was upstairs. I had a couple of torches just in case, because I didn't know how dark it was going to be and what the lighting was. I didn't know how good the night vision goggles were. So my bag was upstairs on his sofa as you're going into his the area where he lived.
Mhm.
So, and then you've got to go out around the back in the other building down the stairs. So it's not like you could just run around and get them. So Ash asked a few questions. Like, can you touch me again? Can you do this? Can you do that? I asked a few questions. Same sort of thing, nothing. Then our Andy asked a few questions. Nothing. It was just, you could hear the rain outside. Other than that, or you could hear who lived above on the left-hand side, the person that was below Ash. You could hear them either their TV, but it wasn't loud. Sorry, my computer's just made a noise. I think it's wanting to update, but it can wait. And then we didn't get anything from anything. There was nothing. Nothing. No responses. No one got touched. No one felt anything else. There's no other noises after that. But Ash did say earlier on that when he's been in to investigate, been there a couple of times as well, that they've heard like that heavy breathing, similar to what I heard. And he's tried doing history on the house, and I think he said 1901 is the earliest date that they can get back to. And was it Clive or Clifford or someone? All they've got is this guy that used to live there. So they just call it, when there's anything going on, they'll say, "Oh, is that you, Clive?" Or is that, I can't remember what name he said it was. Cyril, that was it. Knew it began with a C. Got both completely wrong. Yeah, so the guy was called Cyril, but they can't find any documentation to it in the archives and all that. And the landlord doesn't really know anything. So it was one big house. It was then split into two. That's now been split into 12 apartments. That's it. But he
Nothing
did
else
say,
on it.
you know how rooms and houses have their own sound? He
Mhm.
said he was in there one day on his own and he thought he heard his partner walking across the landing and he shouted, and I think this is right, and it wasn't him, he was in the house on his own, something like that anyway. So yeah.
Hmm.
He didn't want to come out of the room. Yeah, I think I'd have been the same as well. Yeah, library, land deeds, historical societies, nothing. Absolutely nothing. But we didn't feel any bad presence at the time.
What? Maybe it wasn't bad.
It just felt normal. Even when
Yeah.
I was breathing, because that breath was there. So I'm 5'9", 5'10", and the breath
Mhm.
was there, like the top of my chest, like level with my shoulders. So
Yeah.
it was a grey, rough height of a grey, 4.5 foot. Don't know.
That would make sense. Like
Yeah.
from where the handprint is.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a pretty interesting
Yeah.
encounter, though.
Yeah.
To
And
feel
that's
the
why-
push, and
Yeah.
then have
Because
that.
you hear me say, you're right, Ash. He
Mhm.
goes, yeah, I just got pushed. But I turned around to look that way because there's two little holes in the wall, but you'd have to climb through to get in. And it's something like, it looks like something out of Saw, so I weren't doing it. And it just looked really weird inside. Oh, he said they've done a couple of methods down there and nothing happened, or nothing that they can pinpoint. It was this, it was that. So they've tried different things. So do need to go back. Sorry, Ash, but I think we should do a full night investigation there.
You should. You definitely should.
Yeah. So, and it all comes from this 8 alien in a jar. Yeah. Oh, we could do Facebook Live.
Or TikTok Live, or Facebook Live, or YouTube Live.
If you can get a signal down there, Ash, if you wanted to do it and run it on the channel, me and Nicole can sit here while you go and get possessed by a three-fingered alien.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
happy
do
with
that. I want to watch.
He's like, F off.
Yeah.
No, if you're up for it, we can do it. Instead of Sky
no,
Watch, Basement Watch.
Basement Watch.
Yes.
We do Basement Watch, Cemetery Watches.
Oh, we can do anything.
Yeah, just watch random things.
Yeah. I think that'll be a good shout. Yeah, let's get it done. I might just drive up to Manchester next week if he's going to be available, and why not? If it is something like that, and we've got this evidence from it, it's going to be worth going back. We were down there a good hour and 10, 15 minutes, because like I said, the goggles recording 15-minute loops. So it's just easier to then go through it and delete the ones that are crap and all that. So it's just easy. Like I said, it's just easier to sift through it all than like 1-2 hour long video.
Yeah.
I've still got another week and a half off work. So let's see what I can sort out.
No, that'd be good.
Well, yeah, I definitely something in this. 100%. It's just too clear for it not to be anything. And like I said, we tried like with the nails, like rubbing the material the opposite way, even like diagonally through it, not to tear it, just to like scuff it up a bit. We couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
to just
could
try to
not
debug
do
it. Hmm.
And it wasn't wet because we all felt it. It wasn't damp. It didn't. There's no smell, and no sulfur, no like wet dog smell, nothing like that. So it's very, very strange.
Very strange.
Yes, so I'm going to remove this now because we are coming up to the end of the show,
Hmm.
unfortunately. But
I
no,
know.
thank you, Ash, for inviting us over. Really do appreciate it. And thank you, Ash's living lodger for free. Who lives in the basement. That just pushes him every now and again.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to seeing that investigation, the full investigation.
Yes, so I'm going to put it together. I'm going to, because I want to put some music to it and make it a little bit more. What's the word?
Professional, put
No,
together.
I was going to say creepy, but yeah, professional. Yeah, just to give it
Professional.
that
creepy.
effect. Yeah, definitely going to go back. 100%. We've got to. Paul was well impressed with it. Paul Sinclair. He goes, "Can I take a photo?" I goes, "I'll send it to you." He goes, "No, I'll just take a photo of it." So he'd like a DJI, like the GoPro on a stick, and he used that and he took a photo. And I did tell him, and I'm not sure if he recorded what I was saying. Simon might remember, because you know when you're in the moment and you're talking, you're not looking at what else is going on around you. So I just give him a brief of the story, but I've said to him once I've put it out there, if he wants the full story, I'm happy to share it with him. So it was good.
Awesome.
It was good. He's like, wow, that's a picture. So
That's definitely something.
yeah.
What it is remains to be seen when you go back.
So massive thank you to Ash, massive thank you to our Andy for helping and taking the pictures. Yeah, so that's it, and that's why I needed to do this one tonight. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah, he put him in ET go back years. So awesome. Right, on that note, we are going to end this. We don't have an outro yet because I've still not got around to making one.
You could just sing one.
I'll sing if you dance.
Deal.
Yeah, all right. Not a chance. There you go. I can do like something like that. That's all you're getting.
Yep, that's our outro.
Yeah. Oh no! I can do an outro.
Okay, do an outro.
Yes. So we're gonna go. Gonna do the outro for 1 minute. Thank you everyone for coming in the chat. Really do appreciate it, and everyone's views and opinions.
Mm-hmm.
They are all noted.
Oh, we need a topic for next week or 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, first person to put a topic in, something that we've not covered yet.
And something interesting.
It doesn't even have to be paranormal because eerie encounters is an eerie encounter.
Mm-hmm.
It could be something just like slightly off cuff, a little bit weird. As long as it's eerie, we don't care.
Yeah.
And you can also message us with your encounters, leave a voice note with your encounters, and we will play them on the show. I can do voice changing. I can change your name, whatever you want to do. You can do it on Messenger. Email me at andy@alienate.uk. Oh, look what we're going to be talking about.
Look what we're going to be talking about.
What are the chances?
Inner Earth.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to email me with any of your encounters, just 2 minute maximum, between a minute and 2 minutes, and then we can discuss it and we'll tell you whether we think you're lying or not. No, we won't.
Yeah, I think this is a good way to go.
Yeah.
Half the topic and then half the encounters.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah. So if you send your encounter, we'll talk about it. Get everyone else's opinion in the chat. See what they think. See if anyone else has had anything the same or similar, and then go from there. So yeah, that's it.
All right.
And
there it is.
if you're bored, you can watch the interview, the podcast that me and Tommy did earlier. We actually talk about football or soccer. See, did an American accent then. And how much I hate
I'm sorry,
it.
what was it? What are you talking
Soccer.
about?
That's as good as it gets. Yeah. So, hi Lara. Hi and goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah. So, talk about Inner Earth. And yeah, if you want to send your encounters in, you can send them to me. You can send them to Nicole. You can send them to Daryl. He'll be back on the next one we do, which will be in 2 weeks' time. So, yeah, get them sent over, voice, text, whatever. And on that note, I'm going to get the music ready. There we go. How's that? Not very funky, but it'll do for the time being. Join me at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon where I'm going to be interviewing Dawn Lester. She's going to be talking. You need to be up early or don't go into work in the morning. She's going to be talking about the Mandela effect, amongst other stuff, and how much we've been lied to by the government throughout time and all that kind of stuff. Why they're not telling us the truth. So, right, have a wonderful 15 hours. I'll see you at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So take care, everyone. Good night.